Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, a former Transnet executive and manager of a company that did rail maintenance for the SOE appeared in court this morning. The suspects are facing charges of corruption and money laundering. All were granted 10,000 rand bail and the matter has been postponed to next year. Let's go to our reporter Heidi Giokos, who joins us now from the Palm Ridge Magistrate's Court. Heidi, are we allowed at all, before we discuss what happened in court, do we know who this executive is? Are we allowed to say who they are?
Yes, we are allowed to say who this former executive is. Masego, it's the former Transnet Freight and Rail Forensic and Legal Executive Kenneth Diedrichs, who appeared here together with two other accused. And this all relates to a 25 million rand deal, if I can call it that, that was authorized by Diedrichs that was not supposed to be authorized. And this is, of course, where there's a massive red flag. Now, of course, there are massive issues when it comes to Transnet. It's even been mentioned in the state capture report. It's an SOE that has not been doing very well, and it's very crucial for our economy. But I want us to get more perspective about this particular case and what really it entails and what the National Prosecuting Authority is alleging. We are joined by the NPA's Gauteng spokesperson, Sispendi Mjondondwane. Thank you so much for your time. One day I'll get your surname right. I don't know when. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Let's just go back to this case. 3 people appeared before court today. The one is a former Transnet executive and the 2 are managers of another company. What is this matter all about?
Oh, okay. Heidi, you are correct. You'll get it right sometime. The matter is before court, Heidi. There are 3 people accused. It's Mr. Diedrichs, Mr. Martins and Mr. Pretorius. It is about a company, Polyzomba, that used to maintain the rail infrastructure. They were contracted with Transnet between the period 2006 up until 2011, and the value of the tender that they were awarded was almost 64,000 rands. 64 million rands, yes, pardon me. And thereafter, after the completion of the work and the expiry of the tender, they then lodged a dispute claiming 25 million rands for work that they've additional work that they've done and have not received payment from Transnet. So before that dispute could be settled, then we are alleging as the state that Mr. Diedrichs then unlawfully authorized the payment, the settlement of that 25 million rands. And soon thereafter, we are alleging that he then received gratification with 300 million rands from the same company, money that we are alleging that he used to pay as deposit for a house that he later purchased at Basonia in the south of Johannesburg.
Just speak to us about bail being granted. They each got bail of 10,000 rand. Their legal teams, however, asked for that not to be the case and for them to rather be released on warning. Of course, the court's saying no, that 10,000 rand bail should and can be paid by the 3 accused. Speak to us about that bail being granted and when they are appearing again in court.
Indeed, yes, all accused have been released on 10,000 rands bail, taking into consideration the seriousness of the charges they are facing. The court deemed it fit as a fit and proper quantum to pay to ensure that all accused persons are able to attend this case. As the state, we did not oppose their release on bail. We don't believe that they are flight risk or they can be of any harm to society. Hence, we did not oppose their release on bail, and they'll be back in court on the 7th of March 2023 for us to disclose the contents of the docket to the defense team as well as for a pre-trial hearing.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. That's Sisipindi Mjondondwane. I'm going to get it right one day, Masego. That's such a tongue twister. But she's the MPA's spokesperson here in Gauteng. And I must just also add that all passports did not have to be handed over to the state. They can keep their passports, and if they wish to travel or leave the country, they need to inform the state prior to that, and that will, of course, be allowed. As you heard, Sisipindi indicating that there aren't a flight risk at this stage, and they'll be back in court in March next year.
All right, Heidi Giokos live for us in the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court. Let's leave it there for now.